Under old business is code enforcement towing company discussion decision. Welcome, sir. Good morning. The floor is yours, sir.
So I reached back out to Jeff's Towing and Auto Recovery and Parker's Towing and Recovery. And basically in a roundabout way, they said the price is the price. There is no moving on or anything because they basically have to run a business basically out of, the roundabout way. That's what they're saying. I'm pretty sure we probably go like case by case base and everything and what, they want to charge per property probably, but at the end of the day, it was what we got here is what they said. So,
I can't get over it.
my only concern is Andrew and I were working on a couple properties that have a whole bunch of cars, a whole bunch of vehicles. It's the manpower basically. I don't know what kind of Jeff's manpower has for Jeff's towing and recovery. I know what Parker Towing and Recovery has because obviously they're way big, they're Allen County wide basically. Basically it's like getting in and getting out, can we get in and get out within an 8-hour day with Parker's Towing and Recovery, or with Jeff's, is it going to take 2-3 days to get everything removed from said properties? I would say we'd probably try Jeff's Towing and Recovery on the Todd Thrush, just to see how everything goes, just kind of get our foot through the door with somebody. But if it comes to anything bigger like Sadison, Cronces, or anything like that, I would probably suggest we go with Parker's Towing and Recovery because obviously the amount of manpower and equipment that they hold, basically what they can do, and go from there. Because Todd Thrush, he just has one vehicle so far that needs to be removed, and like Sadison and Cronces, and if we ever had to deal with the Masons, I mean the Masons, they have a lot, and I don't think that's also another thing. I don't think Jeff's Towing and Recovery has a big enough bullpen to hold the amount of vehicles that we would come across, like off those real properties. Rather with Parker's Towing and Recovery, they have one on St. Joe Road, one on Cash Street, downtown Fort Wayne, and other, parts where they can disperse all that kind of stuff. But that's what, what it boiled down to at the end of the day. So.
What's your recommendation?
My recommendation is probably try Jeff's Towing and Recovery first for Todd Thrush, see how everything goes. But if we get anything bigger, I think we're gonna have to deal with Parker's Towing and Recovery, just to be able to get in and get out within a day, because I don't want to be sitting there for 2 days, paying whatever it costs for 2 days of recovery, or not even recovery, removal for everything. I'd rather have everything get done in one day, whether they send 2 guys, 4 guys, and whatever recovery stuff that they use, rotators or whatever. Like for Cronces, I know they have multiple campers out there. They got 5th wheels and all that. I don't know if Jeff's Towing and Recovery has that stuff, where they can hook up to a 5th wheel camper and just pull it right out. I know Parker's Towing and Recovery has that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Thank you. You've heard the recommendation. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion that he uses whichever one best fits the scenario what you're doing.
Okay.
If you need a big one, go to Parker's. If you got small jobs, you can use the local.
Okay.
Second. We have a motion and a second. Allow our control officer to use his best judgment.
Okay.
You have a question though, Susan.
What's
the fund's going to be out of for paying the tow companies? It's going to come out of Chris Gomer's? Is it going to come out of the? Where's that money going to come from?
I think it comes out of the. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, in the ordinance it says it's in the unsafe building fund, but I don't know how. I think there's only $6,000 in there. There's not much. And that was created way back before, maybe even before Jan. It was done during the public nuisance ordinance that we used to, or the unsafe building fund we used to have, or unsafe building ordinance we used to have. So,
When did it say it was?
unsafe building,
Yeah.
we'll have to find where it is, but that's where the ordinance says the money.
If there's not money there, yes, it would come from Chris's budget.
Yeah, it
You'd
says
have to do-
unsafe building funds.
You'd have to do an additional probably.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify that. Thank you.
That's also another thing, like, if we do any removal of Sadison, Cronces, those are just ones that are up, that Chris, or Andrew, and Chris and I are all dealing with, like, just having some vehicles, one or two vehicles removed, it's gonna cost, $2,000, $3,000, That's just on probably just a light, like an SUV and a car, probably be $3,000 for both. That's not even coming across like a camper and stuff like that yet, where it could be, how they go store it, basically. They go store it like a vehicle, or, you know what I mean, how they go,
Now, when they get sold at auction, do we get the proceeds back?
I think it depends on whether or not the proceeds go to storage.
But then that would decrease our bill then, right? Because a lot of that's gonna be the storage
Right.
fees. That's what I'm saying, like, that could offset some of the cost at the back end of it.
Clarify that with the companies.
okay,
Yeah, make sure that they're not charging us and then they get to keep the money.
okay.
Right.
But can we not attach a lien on the property?
I mean, you get a lien on the real estate.
Well, that's what I meant.
Okay. Yes.
I,
Andrew, there's a maximum judgment there though too, right, of 7,500?
And I think we got that with. Right.
Correct.
Well, that's
So,
a maximum lien, or a fine, it's a maximum.
so we can ask for an additional on top of that?
I think we might be able to.
Okay.
Cost.
Okay, just clarifying that part.
Open question that we haven't had to come up against.
Yeah.
Like when you go after a particular property to get it.
We can get more if we have to go in there, and if we're ordered to clean it up, we get 7,500, or we can get 7,500 plus the cleanup costs. Okay. Okay.
any more questions or comments? Anyone from the audience? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 3-0. Thank you for your work. I appreciate it, or we do. We greatly appreciate it. Are you good to go, Andrew, with everything?
Yes, for that.
Can we do Ben next?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have time, Ben? Hate to interrupt your day.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So I got the reimbursement contract again for NDOT. The one that was originally sent was the one that I guess NDOT project manager thought was the one to use at the current time. And after the signatures signed by the commissioner president, and I'm not sure who else signed it, by DocuSign, NDOT then sent me this contract back that they said they wanted to use the revised, newer paper contract. So I sent this to Andrew, got his blessing, I did skim through it, and the only thing I really seen that was changed, and it's got some more non-discriminational verbiage in it.
I think that's about what I saw.
And it's really about it. So on this one, it is for all three commissioners to sign title and date, along with the auditor. So if you guys are okay with this, This will be for the reimbursement contract for County Road 26 there in Waterloo.
Heard the recommendation, gentlemen. Entertain a motion.
Moved.
Second?
We have a motion and a second to accept the new contract with NDOT. Quick question,
Wherever, 1M3.
with this one, does the old one then become non-existent? Yeah, just yeah. Yep. Any other questions, comments? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 3-0.
Motion to,
You'll need to put commissioner on. Oh, okay.
Yeah, just sign, I'll fill out the
One of the, first spot, buddy.
assault situation.
Hope so.
We were having a hard time last year of getting some.
I got ours reserved.
So, while you're here, you had the County Road 62. Sorry to interrupt.
Correct, which appears that that may have been the correct location based off of what I've read and seen from what I sent you guys on, this computer, I need a new battery. What I sent you on Friday, I believe, or Thursday. So the cul-de-sac may have been placed in the correct location, but the vacation actually went to how it read in the legal ad in the newspaper for public notice from County Road 7 and County Road 62 westerly to the property line of what is now Hickson Sand and Gravel and that 0662 or 665, I believe. So that's where the road should have ended. Or I guess I should backtrack a little bit. That's where the right-of-way ends. The road, though, the physical road, ends, like I said in the email, smack dab in the middle of that person's property, which doesn't give them any additional road access to the edge of their property, right? Physical road access. So that's for whatever reason, the vacation of the road was never fully completed. The cul-de-sac was to be dedicated to the county by a survey done by Compass Land Surveying. That was never completed. I contacted Angie Wallace with Compass. She says that she gave it to Hickson's and they were supposed to finalize it, sign it, notarize it, get recorded. That never happened. there were some mistakes, I think, done along the way. For instance,
Didn't you say like the publication was done 5 months
publication
after?
was done, the approval was done in October of 2020, or sorry, 2019. The publication was done in March of 2020.
I would have thought the publication should have been done prior so that the neighbors would know what's happening. That's the whole idea.
Right.
So I guess it sounds like Chris and I may have the same concerns as to the process and full legality of all of that.
Yeah, I mean, I think either A, we need to go through the process again, or clean up where the messes are, right? Get the Hicksons to sign off on that, the document to make the right-of-way, or make the cul-de-sac the right-of-way of the county. But also then I have concerns about how does this person access fully their property?
Because they want to subdivide it off, I think, and build
Correct. So they're,
half that, which,
the property owners have passed away. They're in a trust right now. Like I showed you as well, the property owner wants to subdivide off the house to include 2 acres. And then the remaining parcel would be probably farm ground for the foreseeable future, but then potentially sell it and maybe need another buildable lot. And obviously that would constrict that person's access to just the cul-de-sac.
If you go out there and look at it, the house is sitting right in the middle of where the cul-de-sac's at. But if you go back to the west, there's plenty of room for them to put a drive in on the west side of the property to get back to the
Right.
backfield, which there is not on the east
Correct.
side.
Correct.
Where their house is, there's not enough room to put a road on the east side of their property.
Right.
And you pretty much can't move the cul-de-sac because Hicksons have already dug the road out clear up to the thing. And if you look to how the cul-de-sac sets, and you can't move it down there now because they've already dug far enough in that it wouldn't.
so the road is gone, the actual base of the old road is gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's about 5 feet past the cul-de-sac.
And this,
Dug it out.
yeah, and this property owner, Capples, was the only property owner to not sign off on the vacation of that. He was unresponsive, and according to the daughter, who I've had conversations with, he isn't conspiracy theorist, that's not the word I want to use, but he's hesitant to talk to government officials for whatever reason. And so he, when he would probably get those knocks on his door, he wouldn't answer. I'm assuming he probably didn't sign off on the certified letters that probably went to his house. But also, the file itself is pretty incomplete. The file that we have
Yeah, I don't feel like.
that you have is incomplete. So I had Susan go back and look at the file from when it was vacated, and there's nothing in there. Like, there should be certified mail receipts. There should be documentation on some sort of not really maybe an application, but how did we get to the point of wanting to vacate the road? I think we all understand how, but there's literally nothing.
The only thing that I can think of is, if it was done, is that it's in McKenna's records somewhere.
Which
we
Andrew
looked up
has and
the
Rachel
road.
has, and we looked at those, and there's like
Didn't really have much else.
nothing in there. Except the,
Do you have the boxes of this
Yep.
stuff?
We have all his old records.
I
Yeah.
can't remember if that went to our basement, okay,
yeah, the paper
We
file
actually checked the paper files. Rachel checked the
okay.
computer files we had, and then we also checked.
yeah.
It's like
And like
it's a folder like this, but it doesn't have much more detail.
and the legal ad, the parcel number was wrong as well. Like it's a non-existent parcel number. So somehow it just,
But I assume the address was in the legal ad. I'd have to look at it again.
no.
So then you could argue the legal ad isn't even valid. So, yeah.
Theoretically, I mean, it's not there, right? So like,
The road's gone.
the road's gone.
But what I'd like to do.
The road's gone.
You can't
what we're
unring that
talking
bell.
about,
You can't rebuild that part and then go through the process.
But how do you, but obviously there's this extra parcel that theoretically looks buildable because there should be a road there. So how could we accomplish that for the person?
They can't, there's not room to put on the east side of there from where the cul-de-sac would go down, even if you'd go farther, and where their house sits, there's not room to build anything. And if you go behind it, there's a pond that kind of comes around to the east side of the property.
So it's not a buildable lot at all even?
If you go back to the west, before you come to their driveway, as soon as you hit their property, there's plenty of room to make a road back around that way, and then you miss the pond back there, and you miss,
Okay.
and then they could sell off the back, where they're farming now.
And it appears that's what they're wanting to do, is sell off the
West.
house between, there's a barn there, and then the house, split that down the middle, and then the barn would stay with the tillable acreage there, and then the remainder would stay with the house that the daughter is planning to get in the trust.
So I don't think there's anything we need to move roads or do anything, we just need to get the legal.
Correct, except for the fact, I think that what their concern is that they've lost road frontage. Her concern is like,
Right.
how did the cul-de-sac get put where it was put? And obviously, we don't know that answer because y'all commissioners weren't here at that time.
But theoretically, even with if you assume the notice was somehow legal, cul-de-sac normally goes at the end of the road, not in the middle of somebody's property.
Yeah.
So, because otherwise the commissioners should have vacated that extra 200 feet to do it.
Correct.
To do it, because maybe the theory would have been back then, hey, Hickson's gravel will have been digging out more or something.
And, I mean, obviously, you can tell by the aerial maps, their plan is to move further south onto that property they purchased. But yes, that's,
I think the going point was they put the cul-de-sac where the last driveway is, instead of having a 2 feet or 200 feet of dead end that semis and stuff would drive past and then have to come back.
well, and so the neighbor
that makes
there,
sense.
the neighbor there to the west at, let me put the address point up.
Be Coble?
Yeah, Coble's, does get a lot of semi-truck traffic because, like, Google hasn't been updated and MapQuest or whatever you use hasn't been updated. So he does get a lot of traffic that comes through and uses his driveway as a turnabout. Apparently because the cul-de-sac isn't big enough for trucks to make a U-turn there.
Probably not.
So there's that concern that, and I'm hearing this secondhand from Capple's daughter, who is the trustee of the trust. So,
Yeah, a lot of cul-de-sacs are just big enough for a pickup truck or a car to turn
yeah, but
around.
I'm,
Not a semi, I guess.
right, but I mean, even
Good
the
size,
trucks
yeah.
these days that Amazon uses are,
Right.
some of them are bigger than a, pickup truck. So, anyway, I don't know how to fix this problem. I'm just bringing it to you guys. I don't have the answer. I think at minimum, we need to get Hickson's to sign off on that. I don't even know what they're calling it. Consent item.
It was done so many years ago, I think it's hard for someone to complain about it now, 7 years later. On the
Except
other
for the
hand-
fact that they're dealing with a trust that's messy.
Well,
in
the
the-
other
in the
thing is,
beginning.
I mean, maybe there's a way to have, so one possibility would be to get Hickson's to sign off on the cul-de-sac, and then help the trust figure out how best to get a driveway and sell
The
it.
driveway, I think, isn't the issue for what they're wanting to do now. I think their concern is what happens in the future when whoever purchases property doesn't actually have a physical road going to the edge of their property, as it probably should be.
Then we could vacate, do you think they'd be in favor, would they want us to vacate
I don't
that
know.
200 feet?
I could ask.
Yeah, maybe if you could ask, we could do a new vacation for that last 200 feet. That might solve at least the record problem. Because there's 200 foot of road that you're theoretically servicing that doesn't exist, so.
I think by the way their farm ground lays, and which would be on the west side of their,
West and south.
they're looking to chop it off where you said, I don't see any reason to try to re-extend the road, or there's nothing, if they cut off that corner and come between the house and that barn and keep that as one piece, then if they would put a driveway on the west side of their property that dumps right into the agricultural
And
ground.
that's what their plan is, and they're supposed to be staking that and getting
So
that
they
to
don't
bid.
need that 200 feet for driveway anymore?
It's not gonna do it.
No, but I think it's the principle of the fact that the road was taken from, the physical road was taken out from them. So they lost access to the edge of their property via a physical road. I think that's the concern. It's not that, do they use it or not, it's the principle of it. And part of that is,
It's gone.
the dad was not responsive to these communications that Jim McCanna had with all these property owners.
I don't know
And I
how we
don't know if
solve
there's-
that problem legally.
And I don't know, is there a legal, and this is what I asked, is there a legal reason, if we would go vacate another road, do all those property owners need to sign off on that and agree to the vacation, or can the county just vacate the road?
I don't think you have to have every property owner
I don't know.
agreeing. I mean, I can look that up, and confirm that.
I just don't see how the way they, I mean, I realize it's not, they need to clean up the paperwork, but the way it's designed, I don't think it hurt the property value at all. You know,
Probably not.
At first, I thought they had to have their driveway there on that 200 feet. But
I thought so too. The original conversation was, I thought it was
I'm not as concerned about it if they've got a way to do their driveway, because that
a new
helps
driveway.
them be able to use their property, so that's good. The 200 foot of road, it might be on your, that 200 foot theoretically is on your road, you have like a list of roads, your road inventory, yeah,
Maybe.
but it doesn't exist.
Well, and that's the thing too, is for whatever reason, it just, the road was still in your, or technically in your inventory via GIS. It was never, the process never followed the right procedures to trickle down to all the correct offices. And that's a concern too. I'm looking up the, vacation document that I sent everybody to see what our ordinance might require as far as vacation.
Well, I'll do my due diligence research as well, and maybe create a master checklist going forward so that we can try to have all our ducks in a row for the next vacation.
I would think if we have to do anything, we could help them with the new driveway. If that's, because that's really what they want. They want a way to get around the house, and they're gonna have to put another driveway in.
And it sounds like there's a way to do that, so.
Either way, they would have had to, but.
Yeah. I guess we can decide whether or not you want to try to vacate that last 200 feet or not, just to clear up the record. Does that probably make sense from your standpoint in the highway
would.
department?
I mean, it would,
GIS and all that?
especially if we got to go through and clean this up, it would be nice just to go ahead and vacate that 200 feet, but,
It's not even there.
right.
The road, the physical road is not there, but there's technically still,
Right.
On the record, it looks like it still exists.
Right.
Well, then, yeah,
Yeah, Hicksons have dug all the stone and stuff off of it, so it's.
So I'll look into that. I mean, so basically it would be a new vacation of just that 200 feet. Do we already have a survey of that from Angie Wallace, that 200 feet?
no, just the cul-de-sac portion.
Okay.
so does the property owner need to,
We would get their input and give them notice before we do that. You said you'd be able to
I'm gonna
check with
call
them.
her and talk to her about if she.
See if they're okay with that.
Yeah.
I think we need to do it though, because the road doesn't exist and we needed to get it off GIS and our inventory. It
Yeah.
just happened.
I mean, technically, it's not there up to that property line, but it's still there for the remaining, up to the edge of the cul-de-sac.
Right. We wouldn't want to do any vacation maybe more than, we might have to ask Angie to survey off exactly where the road ends.
Yeah.
5 foot beyond the cul-de-sac. I think, Terry, you said something about that, so. Okay. I'll make a note to pursue working on that, and
I don't know what's going on with this laptop.
we want to work with the property
day.
owner as much as possible on that.
Yeah, and that's why I thought if we just say that, you know, we agree that we're, you know, you're gonna, but the way you were talking about cutting the house off, you really need a driveway in the west side of the property anyways. Then they wouldn't use their main driveway to their house. They're not losing anything, cause
Right.
if they're gonna go around the house, they're gonna have to have another driveway anyways.
Yeah, and I think that drive would come off of the cul-de-sac somewhere.
Right, the very start of it,
But we need to table this until the next meeting because of research.
Well, we'll bring it back, I think, if she doesn't want to vacate it, or she's not for vacating it, my personal
can
opinion
just-
would not to do it.
You can let us
I
know
would
what
let
you
her
find
know-
out. maybe.
Yeah, I would let her know that we're at least gonna get, that it appears the cul-de-sac, the commissioners approved the placement of the cul-de-sac. That just needs to get recorded, so someone needs to get Hickson's, I don't know if you've got a good relationship with them or not, but someone's gotta be able to call Hickson's and say, this was not finished back in 2019. You need to sign this and get it recorded.
Is this something
I
that
can help you with that.
Andrew has to draw up or something that you?
It's already done. The document is there to already split off and dedicate that portion to the county. It was done in 2019.
So all it has to do is be recorded.
Be signed,
Signed and
notarized, and recorded by Hickson's, which, are they
Bobby'd be the one.
all still around?
I think Robin's the executor of it.
Yeah. I think Bobby's land,
It's still an active gravel pit.
Bobby.
Correct, but let me see who had to sign it.
I'll reach out.
Are you talking about this one?
No. Yes, that's what we're talking about, but that's not the form that they,
I was gonna say they did sign this.
it's,
Full plat document.
a Raymond A. and Joan H. Hickson.
Yeah. Well, Raymond signed the.
Right, but are they still alive is my question.
Well, whoever succeed, the current owner should be able to still sign.
So then Angie's gonna have to do some work to revise this document?
Potentially, yes, yes.
She will, because it's saying that they are the owners currently, and if they're not, then, okay.
We could, I mean, we could reach out to Capitals and see what they're actually, you know, what would make them happy.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Is the grandpa died and the granddaughter's the one that's gonna move into the house.
Correct. And they need to split off that 2 acres for her, and then they're gonna retain the farm ground that's to the west and south.
How it be.
So if they're okay with, yeah, they don't know what their plans are with it. For right now, the daughter and her husband are gonna retain ownership, but they don't know how long or if they will.
But it would just, I mean, it's just gonna make them, if they know that they can put the driveway in and stay off their, you know, stay off their 2 acres, then that would, even from the farming aspect of it, it would help.
Yeah. So we'll come back when we have answers. I don't wanna do it to the next meeting, because I might not have anything yet.
Thank you very much.
We'll bring it back.
Thank you, Ben, Chris, Andrew. Always nice to go back and have to fix things.
That's okay.
Yep.
You have anything else for me?
No, I just thought it important to be part of this conversation.
No, that's fine.
I greatly appreciate you sticking around. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chris.
Nine o'clock, Mr. Lane. Actually, after 9. Morning.
Good morning. I believe you guys got sent to you quotes for the roof here at the courthouse.
Yes.
So, me and Kellen talked about it, and I got a quote to do all of it, and I got a quote to do half 1 year and half the next year. I think the quote came back in that we should just go ahead and take care of it all at one time.
Was that the $45,000 quote?
Yes,
All of it?
for all of it.
Okay, I misunderstood. I thought it was 3 different quotes added together on top.
Oh,
When,
no,
when Larry and I were initially talking about it, we figured it'd come in higher, so we were trying to spread it out over 2 years.
Yep.
Over
But
two
if it's
different
under
budget
50,
cycles.
you can do what is best there, so.
yeah. And the only thing in there that wasn't, he didn't know how much a lift was gonna cost. He did call me back and, because we had to measure it to see how far it was, and he said 3,000 for the lift. So that would be added on to that 45. And we have used this company before. They did the 220 building, which is the health department building, and they did an excellent job on it.
It just concerned me a little bit how many times they put in there that they're not responsible for cracking the sidewalk. I mean, I understand that they don't want to be, but if you're setting yourself free of not repair, you're not going to be near as careful about staying off sidewalk if you're not going to get charged for it if I crack it.
Yeah. Well, and I've had pretty heavy lifts on that sidewalk, and it's,
That was my only concern, just that they tried their best to stay off of it and not crack it.
Yeah.
Use boards when they got to drive on it and stuff like that. So,
yeah.
yeah, other than that, it looked good to me. I'll make a motion to go ahead and fix the roof while we have somebody ready.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to accept the contract to repair the roof totally.
For just clarification, it's Black Creek Builders for $48,500.
We have a motion and a second. Any other questions or discussion? Anyone in the audience? Hearing no one. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 3-0.
Thank you.
Appreciate you getting those for me.
Yep.
I'll get you the sign.
Okay. Anything else? while
Just
I'm
so
here?
everybody knows that, I mean, this is a repair from people that we've worked with before, is why we didn't get 3 bids and all that stuff to, because they've done it in the past for us and done good work, and it's a repair job, not a construction job, so.
When's the start date roughly, they say?
He acted like he could get on it pretty quick, so,
Where the snow starts flying?
yeah. Anything else while I'm here?
Nope, thank you.
Stick around for the courthouse stuff.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Mr. Meeks, you're here. You wish to go early? Morning, sir.
Good morning.
Great.
Yep.
Morning, Jason.
Good till what?
Thank you, sir.
That's all right, I told that before, not today, but.
You know, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, for the record. Floor is yours, sir.
Okay, thank you. So I've got a prepared statement for a proposal on behalf of the Courthouse Security Committee. So what we have here is 4 recommendations. These 4 recommendations were decided by the Courthouse Security Committee. We had a free courthouse security assessment performed by Sheriff Dowdell from Indianapolis. And these recommendations are a result of a 31-page report, and then also the Courthouse Security Committee meeting discussions that we've had since June of 2025 when this group was formed. Down below, it has a list of the Courthouse Security Committee members, and on that Courthouse Security Committee, it's Commissioner Terry Yard, Council President Dave Yard, Judge Patrick Jessup, Sheriff Brady Thomas, Prosecutor Neil Blythe, Clerk Dana Hedrick, Police Chief Corey Heffelfinger, and myself. I would like to mention that we had already completed some of the recommendations included in this report, some of the lower hanging fruit that were things that we could do internally with no cost, and we've already taken care of some of those projects as a result of that security assessment. Then as a committee, we went through the report and we separated everything by things that we thought were immediate needs, looking at the 2026 year. Again, this all started in June of 2025. So the latter part of 2025, we started going through the list of recommendations, and we wanted to separate them by immediate goals, which were earmarked for 2026, preferably, and then 1 to 3 year goals, which would be short-term things, and then things that we weren't going to address at this time or longer term with a strategic plan. The 4 projects listed in order by the Courthouse Security Committee with financial estimates, and these are price estimates. So when we got them, some of the prices may have changed a little bit due to the time lag that we've had when we first started talking about this and started getting the quotes to present day, because some of these projects took a while to gather the information. And I'm going to refer to these projects by number so we don't openly communicate our courthouse security gaps. So as you see on your sheet, we have number 1, and the cost for that project was estimated at $46,982. Project number 2, the estimate was $4,748 with a $650 annual monitoring fee. Number 3 was $8,768.56. And number 4, the price estimate has changed a little bit due to some of the project and where it's went, but that was originally estimated around $60,000. We're not sure how accurate this number is because the sheriff has part of this project, and then Commissioner Dooley and Larry have worked on another part of this project. But I will mention that the one part of the project that Commissioner Dooley and Larry's working on, there's recommendations from the Indiana Department of Child Services. If we do that project, there's recommendations that they suggest that we follow to ensure that they maintain their integrity within their office. So with that being said, this is our proposal on behalf of the Courthouse Security Committee. If there's any questions or comments, I would be more than happy to try to answer them the best I can. We also have Larry, the sheriff, Commissioner Dooley here to address some of those questions also.
So number 4 is going to be 69,000 instead of 60,000. That includes the Title 4D thing and the front part. So that's 2 sections.
Total?
$69,352.15.
So are the recommendations from the DCS or Title 4D?
DCS.
DCS, not Title 4D.
Ellen, what was that, 69 and what?
$69,352.15.
We need to add 9,000 to the bottom line, correct?
The number 4. Yeah, if you want to do the, yeah, to the bottom.
Estimated total.
Yeah. And Susan, we have 30,000 in the courthouse security budget, correct? Number 4 does get split up into 2 different parts. The first part is $31,789.18. That's the part that is for Brady. And then the other part's $37,563. That's the part for Title 4D. So, and I'll explain that here in a second once Susan's. Right. 25,000 for next year's budget too, or just what's next year's budget also? This year's 25. What's next year's? The proposed for next year, I guess.
You didn't put any in your lighting. I think. Gonna have Brady put it in his.
I don't remember that.
And, yeah, we put that all into one fund, didn't we?
Did we just move it into the courthouse? Anyways, my proposal is to break this up into a couple of different sections. Section 2 and 3, I believe, are more, should come out of the courthouse budget. That's building sections. I would say half of 4, the 37,563 for Title 4D, that should come out of the courthouse budget, which would be $51,079.56.
Say that again.
$51,079.56 would be the total of having 2, 3, and half of 4 into it. Come out of Larry's courthouse budget, because that's all going to be courthouse things to me. I would use the $25,000 for the rest of 4. In my opinion, I think 4 is more important than 1. I know the committee is saying 1 is more important to them, but I think 4 is more important down there for reasons for security reasons I'm not going to talk about here in the meeting, but that's just how I feel about it. And then number 1, they can go to the council and ask for the general, or they can wait till next year and use whatever's budgeted for this courthouse security for next year, is my opinion on it. So if you need me to go through that again, I can.
25 for next year.
Yeah.
We moved it to county general.
I've talked to Larry about it. He was okay with that conversation. So that was kind of my recommendation on it. So I can go over that again since we're kind of using a lot of numbers thrown at you real quick.
Just so I understand, I guess the public as well, we're using the 25,000 that's already designated this year for
The
2 and 3 and half of 4, right?
No. So 2, 3, and half of 4 are going to be out of Larry's budget of the courthouse. He's got,
Isn't that what the 25,000 is?
no, that's a separate thing. The 25,000 is just for courthouse security.
Oh, okay,
This is coming out of Larry's courthouse budget.
that's my misunderstanding.
Yep.
Then
And then the rest of 4 comes out of,
the courthouse maintenance.
no, out of the courthouse security fund of the 25,000 that we have for
Which
this.
is enlighted for
Which is fine, yeah.
this year.
Yep. And I want to increase that, the other 7,000 to cover the remaining, because it's 31,000 for that section. So we had 25 budgeted, we'd have to increase it another 7,000 out of our lighted to cover the rest of that out. And then section 1, that would be if they want, I'm fine with them doing it, but they have to go to the council and ask for the money out of general, or we can use it next year for the courthouse security stuff that we would do for next year. That makes sense? I know it's kind of a lot of moving parts there. Overall, I'm fine with everything. I just want to, what pools of money it's coming out of is my opinion.
I've been to one security meeting, and if they came in with these 4 requests in order of how they would like to see them done for security reasons, I don't know that we can skip over number 1.
I'm fine with number 1. I'm just having them go to the council and ask for that money. Because number 4, because some of the equipment that's in 4 is going to be no longer good, that needs to be replaced and taken care of quickly, versus this can wait a little bit if need be, without getting into details in the public meeting.
You were in long before I was, so.
That's my opinion on it. I'm for all 4 of it. Jason and I have talked about this. I'm for all 4. I will approve all 4 of it. It just depends on what pots of money it's coming out of, is how I want to organize it. That makes sense.
And I definitely think we need to move forward on somehow, and it sounds like you have it figured out, so.
Yeah. Do you have any questions, Jim? I know it's a lot of,
Well,
that makes sense to you,
obviously,
Jason?
there was the one part I did not understand, and I got some clarification there, so.
And then I want to have Brady come up for a second and just say that the equipment in section 4 is no longer being supported, correct? Yeah, just to clarify that, so. Without getting into too many details about it, yeah.
When it comes to the number 4 that you guys are speaking about, I do agree with Commissioner Dooley that there's no longer support for that. So we're in a predicament with that, so I agree with you.
And that's why I'm wanting to move that, get that done quicker and make sure that's getting the funded right away. So, thank you, Brady.
So for validation, number 2, 3, and 4
Half of
are
4.
covered for
Yeah.
this year to start those projects.
2, 3, and half of 4 will be taken out of Larry's budget, the Title IV section of it. And then the other half, the Custer section out of Title IV will come out of our lighted funds, is what my motion I'm making. And then 1, they'll have to go to the council and get the money for it if they want to have it done this year. If not, we will do it next year when we have that in our budget.
So we could start project 2, 3, and 4, if it's approved. We could start.
Today, yes.
Yeah, we could start project 2, 3, and 4 now, and then go to council for number 1.
And ask for
Get funding. Okay,
the funding on that. And if not, then next year we'll take care of that.
okay.
That's my motion.
So you're turning all that into motion.
Yes.
That was a motion?
That was my motion.
All right, I'll second his motion.
It's hard to, without explaining to me, because of the security aspects of it.
So, just so we got clarification on what the motion actually is. The motion is to do projects number 2 and 3 completely.
Correct.
And half of 4.
I'll do it this way. I'll do it this way, make it a little
How
easier.
about I just read it?
Thank you.
Kellen motion to do projects number 2, 3, and half of number 4 that will come out of the courthouse general fund budget. And the other half of number 4 will come out of lighted courthouse security account that currently has $25,000 and would like to add the $7,000 to fund those projects. Kellen is also in favor of all 4 projects, but would like to see the committee go to the council to request funding for project number 1.
Yes. Works for you guys.
And we have a second. We have a motion and a second. Any more questions or comments from commissioners? From you, sir? Anyone in the audience? Hearing no one, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 3-0. Thank you for your work.
So then I think we then need another motion to accept the actual contract for Title 4D then, correct?
We have a copy.
I don't have that.
We just got it on Friday, so.
Oh, we just got it on Friday?
Yeah. Did you send that to Andrew, Larry? No.
Okay, then I guess I haven't seen it.
That's the construction company that would do the Title 4D section. That's the numbers we were basing it on. We had a couple other ones that just didn't respond back, so when we tried getting multiple quotes on it,
So you tried to get the 3 quotes?
it's 31,000, so it's under the 50 anyways.
Okay.
But we tried getting a couple of different companies, and it was just too,
Which is always wise in a big.
it was just too small of a project for a lot of them, they said, pretty much. It's not really worth their time, they said.
Right.
I don't want to say the company names, but that's basically what we were told, right, Larry? Yeah.
Pretty straightforward estimate for doing various items. It doesn't really have a lot of detailed contract language that would, other than they have to do the work, and I don't have a problem with that.
So do I have to make a motion to accept that?
I think so, absolutely.
Have that back for a second, Susan. I'm trying to make your job as easy as possible right now, but I'm not doing a very good job. Please, thank you. So this, so I want to accept the Shawnee Construction Engineering for $26,790. They're going to work in conjunction with Atlas, who is going to deal with the marble part of it. This is going to deal with like the reconstruction stuff. Atlas is, if you want to come up and explain it, Larry, a little bit, but Atlas is going to deal with the restoration of the marble. We have to move some marble around downstairs.
And Atlas is gonna do the marble part and also do the cutting of the opening. So, and then they're gonna come back, Atlas will come back and put the marble back over the opening, around the opening, so it'll look like it was there forever.
And that, Atlas's cost is $10,773. So combined, it equals that $37,563. So I'd make a motion to accept Atlas and Shawnee's proposals.
Second.
Motion and a second to accept Can we do both contracts at the same time?
Does Atlas have?
It's the same, it's the same project, because they're working together on the same project.
Did they have a separate letter from Atlas or anything?
Yeah, I have something from Atlas too.
I mean, it's the same project. I think you can vote to approve both at the same time since it's the same project.
Make sure.
Kellen?
Pardon?
He just looked at me. He knows he's in.
We have a motion and a second to accept the two contracts combined for the same project. Any other questions or comments, commissioners? You're okay?
Just that,
Sure.
I know Larry got the recommendations from the Indiana Department of Child Services and then 4D, and that
Yeah.
as long as they're,
And Shawnee knows about it, we've talked to Shawnee about it, they understand that they're gonna work with Title 40 to make sure everything's good with it, so.
So in other words, the recommendations of one of the agencies isn't going to cause a problem for the other agency. Is that what we're talking about? Like what the DCS wants isn't going to cause a problem with what we're doing for Title 40.
Correct, no, they won't have, nope.
Just thought I'd ask.
Fair question.
Nope, it is, yeah, there's a lot of moving parts to this is why it's been a kind of a fun little adventure together.
Okay.
So, but yes, they will, Shawnee knows about the recommendations, they're gonna work closely with Title 40 to make sure that all those recommendations are in. But we want to get the ball started, and then they're gonna start working with them on it.
Is there anyone in the audience has any questions or concerns? Hearing no one, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries 3-0.
There's one more thing now. I know.
That Shawnee contract,
Okay, I was gonna say, I need
Here, I'm
one
gonna
of the
just forward you
Shawnee
one to it.
contracts.
oh, look at, this young man has them for you.
Thank you. Oh, look at you.
So,
Is that both of them? Yeah. Right.
so there's a piece of equipment that needs to be ordered, Andrew.
Look at it.
There's a what?
The piece of equipment to be part of, this other part of Part 4 is a scanner that needs to be ordered. Do we need to make an approval on that too, then, right?
I would, especially, yeah, to approve ordering it from whatever particular company you are going to order it from.
Brady, you want to come up and talk about that, please? The bag scanner?
One of the components to one of these changes is the addition of a baggage. It's blue right now. Is it supposed to be blue? Okay. Is the addition of a baggage scanner for the entryway so that we have that tool to use. I don't know how much more you want me to elaborate on that.
We have a motion and a second to allow Sheriff Brady Thomas to go ahead and order the machine that is needed for this project. Any other questions or comments? I'm sorry? Oh. Oh. Anyone in the audience? Hearing no one. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 3-0.
I do have a question. For number 1
Yes.
on the list, so if we're looking at doing it the first of the year, would it be okay with you guys if I talk to them and try to get them scheduled on a schedule? Because I don't know what kind of schedule their timeline they're gonna be on.
Okay, but a timeline would be good because if it's not gonna happen this year, there's no need to ask for an additional.
So, you see what I'm saying, that I could get it, try to figure out if they could do it this year or make sure that they're ready for next year. Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Oh, good.
Thank you. All right. Thank you.
So Kellen, what you just sent me, all those attachments are for the same thing?
No, just the bag scanner and the
those are the two we're dealing with. You're gonna wait. I honestly can't even tell you,
I'm sorry?
because I believe you only did
Alice and Shawnee.
the bag. I don't think you did the other.
So we do need one more. Sorry, gentlemen.
Do we need everybody?
No, we're fine. So to do Brady's part of part 4, he needs to hire a company called Custer. I make the motion to accept Custer's. Let me double check with Brady real quick. Let me, hold on. Oh, hold on. See here.
Sign that one.
Okay, let me redo that. I just talked to the sheriff. 111 Design is the company that he's going for. It's actually the cheaper of the two options. The total of $14,311.32.
Which number is that under?
That'd be number 4. That's Brady's part of number 4.
Oh, okay.
So actually, I think some of those numbers were off, and I think I had the wrong. We'll get it all clarified.
Have we seen that contract? I don't remember.
It was sent to us a while ago,
Okay.
when this was all initially started. So I can send it to you guys right now. I thought you guys had at least these ones, because that section of Brady's hasn't changed in a while. So, but I'll send it to you guys now. We were kind of working on the second part of part 4. That's what a lot of the legwork was with. So I'll send it to you guys now. He did get a couple of the quotes and talked to him, but 111 is the one that's been working the best with them, customer service wise, and cheaper. And that's the one he highly recommends us to go with.
So, for the
Yeah, I do, actually.
machine
You can come sit up here if you
is
want.
the 21,450?
The bag scanner is, yeah, that's the bag scanner.
Okay. And then the 111 is
That's the one you want, is the 111. We missed that one, so.
is the 14,311.32.
That's correct, right, Brady? Right here.
Right, 14,000. We had attempted to get 3 quotes for this project. The third one never returned any information. It is a relatively small project in the scope of what they do, so I think that's kind of why we never heard back on the third one. The second one came in just if I remember correctly, just a little bit higher than the first company that we had been working with for a while, which is 111 Design. If you look at the quotes, that second quote shows a little bit higher, but that's because 111 Design. Okay, that's what I have here. Yeah. The second quote, or I'm sorry, the first quote from 111 Design has the cost in it to dismantle the current system that's there, which is about $3,500 roughly. The second quote does not have that. That's why it reflects a difference there, but when you deduct that amount, they're, if not less, very comparable.
And Larry's going to dismantle it for us, so that cost is out.
Yeah, and didn't know that at the beginning. Well, I was just gonna get in the quote to have it dismantled. And then it was determined maintenance would do that, so that's why there's the difference in those quotes.
You're gonna have to have additional entrances opened, how long is this
now that we are able to move forward with it, we'll start on some of the planning and the logistics of the timeline. Everything will have to be done in a certain order, but I don't believe that we'll need to open a separate entrance for that time. But we'll drill down on it a little bit further now, but my anticipation is be able to just continue as we are while this happens.
Any other questions about it? Okay, so I will make the motion to accept 111 design minus the demolition and removal services out of the contract to go forward for this overall security courthouse project.
Give that number then, do you have it, or not?
I have to subtract, hold on, give me a second.
3,000, the amount that we're deducting is 3,673.33.
No,
Yep.
we have,
Hold on, let me do the math real quick here.
10,673.
what is it?
37.
So they're very comparable to the other.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to accept the contract as presented for $10,637.99, correct? Any other questions or comments? Anyone from the audience? Hearing no one, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 3-0. Anything else, Commissioner, on this?
I believe I'm good at this point. It's been Brady and I have been working on this for 3 or 4 months now, trying to come up with a solution that's a great long-term solution at a very reasonable price. So we've cut a lot of costs in one areas, which then increase costs in others. But I think overall this strategy will be a really good for the public and for the building. So I appreciate that, Brady. So.
Thank you, Sheriff. Appreciate it. Sir, would you like to come forward? Do you have something? Okay. Gentlemen?
What was your last name?
Thank you, sir. We have a little bit of time before our 10 o'clock break. We have payroll for approval.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to accept payroll as presented. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion passes 3-0. You're caught up?
Yep.
Okay. We have the claims for approval.
So move.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to accept the claims. Any questions or comments?
Appreciate Susan answering all my questions.
Did have
Sure.
2.
That's all right.
011704, New Millennium Infrastructure.
How much was it?
I didn't write it down.
What was the, what'd you say, zero what?
011704. There was like 3 or 4 of them in a row that all had that same number for New Millennium.
I wonder if that was,
RDC?
yeah, I wonder. Was it with the, like, was it New Millennium, SDI, and American Heritage?
Mm-hmm.
That was the one Kellen asked me about. It was a crane service for the placement of the railroad boxes at the hazmat facility here in Auburn that the redevelopment commission is funding part of, I guess,
And they just split it across all 3 of them, so just doing it out of one TIF district.
because it benefits all, the whole county.
So that's why it repeated 3 times, because it was split among the 3 different TIF districts, the total cost.
Okay.
That's the same question I had for Susan too, so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was Doc's crane equipment. Yep. So the county pays that? Do those?
Well, the county's not paying it out of their funds. It's the redevelopment commission's funds that are paying it when they approve what projects they want to fund.
Okay.
But their money runs through us. So like at settlement time, when we have settlement, any of their money that they receive gets receipted into their funds here, and then I pay for their invoices.
So we're just a pass-through entity.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Thank you.
Was that it?
011710. Terrace Management Group, $2,938.70.
Oh, that is the tax sale properties that, was it last meeting? I don't know. Either last meeting or the meeting before, I discussed that there were 3 Auburn parcels that went to sale and shouldn't have. And so this is us refunding them for their money that they had into it.
Yep.
Susan's been working with me on that, and the city of Auburn. And since it was a mistake that they went through the sale, my understanding is not Susan's mistake. It happened years prior to her time as the auditor, the original.
I think I was 4 when it happened.
There you go. So
It was in the 80s.
not Susan's mistake. And
Still can blame her.
and in the end, what we're planning to do, I think if Susan agrees to it, is Rachel in my office has been working on just getting it deeded directly to the city, because that's what it should show up. This money then repays the buyer. I think we should be, as a county, we're very thankful to the buyer for being willing to.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments? Anyone from the audience? Hearing no one, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries 3-0. We have the minutes for approval.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to accept the minutes. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, motion carries 3-0. This sheriff title signature,
That is a Durango that was in a crash, and it's going to be a total loss. So we need to make a motion and approve you to sign the title so that the sheriff's department can send it to the insurance and get rid of it and get a new vehicle.
So moved.
Second.
we have a motion and a second to accept the
To approve.
sale of the Sale of,
You're signing the title, to approve the
sign it.
president to sign the title of the 2024 Dodge Durango that was
Total it out for insurance.
in,
okay. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carried 3-0.
The Brightly software discussion, can we go ahead and table that for until next meeting?
Which one?
The Brightly software discussion that I was bringing, the contract that they did send us was only from it was from August to August. So I have them reaching out to give us a quote for the last couple of months, so that way it's a calendar year to calendar year, so that way it's easier for Larry to budget going forward and stuff like that. She did send it to me, but not a PDF, so I wasn't able to open it up on Friday and get it to you guys. So, but unless you want to have some conversation with Andrew about some of the contract wording there, I'm okay with waiting until the next meeting.
So you'll email it to me to review?
Yeah, it's just, she's gonna add the cost of that extra couple months, so that goes calendar year to calendar year, so that way for budgeting purposes, we don't have to go from August to August, which would create all kinds of problems.
We have a little bit of time, so Andrew, didn't you have some issues with it?
Okay, you're talking about with Brightly?
Yeah,
Okay, let's see. Yes. So that's is this the asset?
yes.
Okay.
It's the one that we currently use for the sheriff's department.
Okay, just using it for this, so, so it looks like what happens is we give them all the data, they put it into their system, but we have to gather the data. They're not gonna come into our computer systems and gather the data, but I think we already know that.
I believe so, yes.
Okay. And future items of equipment, we just plug into the software ourselves when we buy it.
Mhm.
There was language about Siemens is allowed to use AI in the performance of its work, and we waive any liability for that. I have no idea what the risk of that would be, and it may not be very much risk at all. Basically, there's no way to necessarily get out of this early, but if you're putting all the information into this, you're probably not gonna wanna get out of it early. So I'm fine with it.
How can they not be held responsible if their AI goes awry and causes us damage?
Well, they can, if we agree to it in a contractual form, or we could say, no, we don't agree to that language, take it out. But, so it would be, basically it would be their AI coming in and somehow using information that violates. So what they're trying to do is probably prevent themselves from being sued for violating trademark. I bet more companies are gonna start adding in paragraphs like this. This is the first one I've seen, I think, on any of these. But with AI uses certain types of AI will go out and scrape the internet for stuff and will capture trademarked and copyrighted items and use it as part of their AI. There's lawsuits being done on that. I doubt that if they somehow use AI, that it'll scrape through our systems or anything. I'm not super concerned about it. I mean, we could ask Besa to see what his concern is, I guess would be, because I don't know enough of whether there's a risk to that, but.
I don't know. I mean, with the AI thing, I agree with you. I think it's just to cover their butts, because I think with AI being so new and stuff, I think we just put in wording to make sure that they're the ones not getting in trouble for if something does happen.
That's what I
mean, you would have to still prove it, even if they take it out, we still have to prove that it was their AI that caused the damage to us, you know what I mean? And that's always a hard thing to do anyways when it comes to corporate. So,
Okay.
I mean, I can ask them if that's what you want, I mean.
I would ask them every.
Okay. If you want to rewrite that section, I'll send it to her off to her.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said to her.
I mean,
See what-
can't hurt to ask.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Have 8 minutes.
Any other questions that you want me to ask her on that? Andrew, you good? Is that the only thing you were concerned with?
That was the only thing that, that I had concern about, yes.
So I'll follow up with her on that, get you the new proposal, for you guys to look it over, make sure Andrew's good with it, see if we can get that wording changed on it, and I'll bring it to the next,
Yeah, I hate to be a stickler
17th.
about, but people have to be, you know, with AI stuff, they gotta be responsible for their own stuff. And
Yeah, I mean, there's no real good reason to say why we should be responsible for their, you know,
Yeah.
they should control their own
they should put,
AI.
they should put the diligence ahead to control their own AI, not just say, well, if it happens, it's you guys' problem.
you just want to give me the wording that you're okay with, or just what you want out of it, Andrew?
Well, yes, basically, I'm gonna try to find,
If you just want to send it to me in an email, then that way I can forward it on to theirs.
Yep.
Because there'll be two lawyers, because they'll respond back and let you guys just talk to each other. I don't want to be the middleman.
I'll
between
locate
two
the
lawyers.
contract.
Back and forth, yeah, don't.
Yeah, I prefer not to do that.
I don't blame you.
We ready for a break then?
Yeah, I think we can take a break. I'm good.
This time we'll be in recess till 10:15.
the updated, contract with the new. It's the Brightly. I'm sending it to you guys too, so that you guys will have the new numbers for end of this year and next year.
We're on.
Oh,
Okay, ready, gentlemen?
Yep.
Yeah, you better hide. We'll call this commissioner meeting back to order. It is 10:15. If, Kimberly? Good morning. Is that, can you,
Yeah, got her.
there you, thank you.
Got it. You're welcome. Alrighty. For the past quarter, for DART, we had 9 drivers employed. 3 were full-time, 6 are part-time. We are currently in the process of trying to bring on 1 driver to meet the county needs. We completed sending 2 drivers for our random drug and alcohol program. We didn't have any issues with this. All the results came back negative for them. No reportable accidents in second quarter. And then I brought up, I think it was last year, that we were working on getting our vans decaled. We were able, I solidified the grant for all of our low floors. Our low floor minivans, they have all been decaled. The solid color, there's solid color wraps around the body. I don't know if you guys have seen them out on the road yet. But I also sent Susan a picture of it in the agenda for you guys in color if you want to look at it that way, if you haven't seen them. I have gotten good feedback on them. I personally really like them. It was nerve-wracking picking out the color. I had me and my team, you know, putting colors on the vans, and we were trying to figure out which color would be more like the best suitable for Auburn being seated here with DART. But good feedback. Some of the drivers don't like them, but I feel like it really makes them stand out in our county. Like you can see them a lot quicker. Other than that, overall, second quarter, it was pretty quiet. Probably the biggest thing I'm struggling on is trying to get a driver, you know, meeting the wage demand. And for what we do, there's a lot more than just driving with passenger assistance and meeting the needs of the county with type riders. You'll see the data in front of you for quarter 2 of 26. We did 4,039 rides. We were up from quarter 2 from 25, so that was good. Other than that, I just need the second quarter invoice signed, and if you guys have any questions for me.
Gentlemen?
Good? Second.
We have a motion and a second to accept the
Quarter 2
quarter, yeah, quarter 2 DART invoice as presented. Any other questions or comments? Anyone in the public? Hearing no one, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried 3-0. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
Blue.
Oh. You enjoyed doing it too. You want to come, sir? Thank you.
Probably should have.
I'm here. Yeah. Yes.
So, Tina Kraft sent an email to the commissioners about, I think it was just maybe Commissioner Miller, about vacating, this is this subdivision was called Orangetown Original, right? Like it's part of an actual platted community that is obviously not incorporated. There's no town council, there's nothing like that. It's just homes along County Road 75A, and I think that's County Road 69, I believe, on like kind of the northern corner. If you bring it up, yeah, if you bring it up on your map. Anyway, these portions of the town are what has not been vacated, presumably by another entity. I'm assuming that these were old alleyways that just never got developed. Obviously, as you can see, there are structures that are within properties that are technically right-of-way that is owned by the county. So Tina has presumably 3/4 of her house on property that she doesn't own. And this is on the one that looks like this. Obviously, you can see Tina's email, or her name there on properties that she owns. But then also on the other page there, the Ronald Van Camp has, looks like garages and other accessory structures there that are on properties that he doesn't own. How that got permitted, who knows? Who knows? But Tina's requested that the commissioners go through a plat vacation, or not plat, but a alley or roadway, right-of-way vacation for this. I met with Andrew about it last week, just talking to him about kind of what the process is. It's not simply as we've discussed with County Road 62. It's simply not just we approve it and it's done. There are surveys that would need to get completed. There's title work that we would need to get completed. Properties get split in half, obviously, so there would be multiple legal descriptions that would need to get written for this as well. And the reason for that is that there are multiple parcels there. So for instance, for the Ronald Van Camp, you wouldn't just do one single legal description for that. There would have to be a legal description for each parcel, for each half of the right-of-way that they would potentially acquire, right? So same with Mrs. Kraft, that would get split in half, and there would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 new parcels that would have to be created, and new legal descriptions that would have.
Separate parcel.
Correct. Yep, all those are separate parcels. So it's a lot of work.
And then theoretically, like Jeffrey and Barbara Parker might get half of that one strip of, down at the bottom right side, do you see where I'm going?
Correct, yep, sorry, I didn't see that one,
And
yep.
so you'd want to make sure there's a survey that protects Tina Kraft's, whatever that structure is that's there, whether it's a barn or a shed or something.
Yeah,
Like
might
if
just
it's,
be a, I
if it's,
don't know what that is.
if it's a couple feet on the side of Parker's, I doubt it, but if it is, she'd want to make sure that she does a deal with them to get that.
There'd be some sort of easement that would be required, or she would have to move it off of the property.
I can mention that Jeffrey Parker has said to me before, anything on my side of the creek would be mine, even though it's his property. So I know he's not going to have a problem with anything.
That's good to know, but it's also something that has to be worked out, you know, through the process.
Yeah. So,
And I know the heirs next to me, they have 10 parcels and they're kind of looking to do the same thing. If what I do doesn't, justify what they need done too, so.
yeah, so I think part of it is
Yeah.
the county should look at this, the county commissioners should look at this wholly to fix the problem, right? That like somehow over the years, the county has also let people build within these alleyways. It needs to be corrected. On the other side of that though, there's a big expense to the county to do this. There's title work that would need to get done, there's surveys that would need to get done, there's legal descriptions that would need to get written, there's deeds that would have to get created. There would be notification to surrounding property owners that would have to happen as well.
I understand that, but if we mess it up, we gotta fix it. So, I mean, we allowed them to build on these. It should have been caught at that time, so it's for us to fix it at this point. That's my opinion on it.
You know, like you said, 3/4 of my house is on a road, you know?
Must not be a very busy road.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, I don't know how that would have happened whenever the original house was built. Somebody should have looked at, does Tina, you know, whoever, like, I don't know if you had the house built originally or somebody else, whoever had the house built originally, you know, is gonna have to typically make sure they own the property before they build the house on it, but it could have been something that slipped through the cracks.
That's the case, it slipped through multiple times.
It probably slipped through multiple times, I mean. Like, banks are very sensitive to these sort of things, and nowadays, I think if there was, somebody got a mortgage on the property, they'd probably catch that, I don't know.
So looks like those houses were probably built prior to planning and zoning, requiring of permits. So there's no improvement location permit dot on our beacon site that shows that there were any permits given for Tina's house or the heir's house.
Okay.
So odds are that house has been there for a long, long time. Yeah.
Yep.
1920 is what it says, but who knows?
So there were no permits given
Yeah,
in
no
the
permits,
1920s.
okay, 1920.
So there's that.
So like the county didn't necessarily make a mistake, it was just that somebody created Orangetown originally, and then people
Yeah.
went somewhere else to create their community, whether it's, what is it, what town is it closest to? I don't know.
Like Spencerville?
St. Joe,
St. Joe,
Spencerville.
Spencerville.
St. Joe,
Yeah, kind of
Spencerville, so
between the two.
they would have started the town, and then people would have migrated to St. Joe and Spencerville instead, and they never pushed
Yeah.
it through, and then people just lived there, built their
Yeah.
houses and lived there, and it was no big deal to anybody.
Yeah.
It's just now that we have all these systems in place and it's online,
You
that it
notice.
gets caught and it has to be cleaned up to help people be able to sell their homes in the future.
So yeah, this would be, I mean, these would be issues that, especially now, and Tina's probably owned this house for how long?
16 years?
Okay, so,
Yeah.
yeah.
the
Now,
deal.
as people on planning commission have heard, mortgage companies these days are having a heck of a time with properties like this, especially if she would go sell the house and someone needs a mortgage. The bank may not give a loan on this property because 3/4 of it is on property that they don't own, right?
Yeah.
So, we get that a lot with people wanting to, banks calling us about non-conforming structures that are built too close to property lines or within an easement. Then they have to go to the Board of Zoning Appeals to get that approved, so the bank can say, yes, we have a legal conforming lot to sell here, right? So, it would help clean that up. It would get these properties back on tax roll as well. Obviously, there's some sort of acreage here that will get back on tax roll.
We get to give.
My concern is that the expense it's gonna be for the county to do this work, it's gonna be some money.
So usually, the context
I don't know how much, I mean, you'd have probably money for title work.
surveys are themselves, I mean, that could
Probably
be-
looking at, one of our people here just did one, so it's probably what, $3,500, $4,000, $5,000 for a survey, but you're doing individual surveys here for each parcel. You're probably looking at an overall boundary survey and then some work inside there, so I
20 or 30,000, or what are we talking?
I would budget 10,000 for a survey, and then I would budget probably $1,000 for title work, and I would budget money that, this is not the purview of the county commissioner's attorney to do this, so this would be an expense on top of that, for him
A lot
to
of
write
times,
up the deeds and the legal
private
descriptions.
attorneys are hired, like the last one that was done in Waterloo that I can recall like
Yep.
this, where they wanted to vacate an alley, some people had had like a garage maybe, or a propane tank in an alley, but it wasn't used as an alley, they all mowed it, so they came in, one or two of the property owners hired, I think it was Eric Weber, to come in and create a petition and to go through the process.
Right.
And actually, they got a survey, so this was not the
An
town of
expense on the town
Waterloo
of Waterloo.
spending the money, because it was just an alleyway that had kind of growing over and not used anymore.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, this is would be a private pay thing because of the cost, but then,
Well, yeah, typically someone would petition the county to go through the process to do this and hire their own attorney and
Hire their own surveyor and stuff.
hire the title company to go through this process.
Chris, what did you estimate?
Oh, $1,000? I would have no idea.
I mean, I think a title search
500?
itself could be 300 maybe or something, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think they're 1,000.
Okay.
Title insurance could be 500 to 1,000.
Okay. I always budget high and hope that we come in low.
Surveys hopefully might be just a couple thousand per, I don't know. Well, you see more surveys maybe than I do.
But they're already gonna be out there, so they're gonna be already out there, so I mean.
Right.
You might get some cost savings
As
if
a
there's
bulk
multiple
thing, yeah.
done, yes.
I mean,
'Cause that's gonna add up. I mean, we just had a survey and it was, all they were doing was moving a line 10 feet and it was $3,800.
yep.
And the pins were already there from recent, and so you could be talking several thousand to find the pins and move the lines and all these.
Well, they'd have to create new pins, right? So there'd be new pins in the middle of the road or in the middle of the road, yeah, in the middle of the right-of-way.
Right.
For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They'd have to find, and they'd have to find the current pins that are out there. And if this town was created back in the 1900s, or maybe
1800s?
1800s maybe, who knows what they're gonna find, right? So,
It was before Spencerville was platted, I think.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. So there's a decision to make. If the county wants to do the work, I think between Andrew and I hate to add more stuff to my plate, but I think between Andrew and I, we could probably get a quote from a couple surveyors of what it would be to vacate this. A quote from a couple title companies.
Yeah.
Or the other option is that if Tina wants to vacate just her portion, she could petition the commissioners to just do the properties that she owns.
I don't wanna do that, I wanna piece it out, cause then you're gonna have some of it over here, and that's just gonna be a problem down the line, so.
It makes sense to me that we should fix this all so that no commissioners down the road have to deal with this.
Just so you're aware of the expense of it.
And I think
understand, but
we'd have to get
sometimes
some
it's
sort of quote from Andrew as the county attorney. He's gonna have an expense to do this because it's not part of the daily duties of being the county commissioner. Or county commissioner's attorney.
I'm fine with
Don't
it.
make me a commissioner, Chris.
Yeah. Where do you live at? No.
If that's what you wanna do, that's fine.
I personally would like to get some quotes and do it. I think
Okay.
it's down the county's responsibility to clean this up. It's just my opinion on it. Because if we,
Opinion as well, that, yeah, get some quotes and, I'm sorry it happened, but we need to fix it right.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean,
Chris and I will work on that.
yeah, it won't be done fast,
Okay.
but we'll work on it. I mean,
I
there's
don't
just
plan to
other,
sell.
this isn't gonna be on the, what's that?
I said I don't plan to sell. so-
Okay, okay, good, because this will be in like the middle of my pile of things to do, right? So I'll work on it, but this won't be done fast.
From my understanding, Orange, the town of Orange was the first actual settlement of a town in the.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If I have my
was done,
history
yeah.
correct. Yeah.
Interesting. You want to be the mayor of Orange?
There's been jokes that my neighbor is, but you know, we just call him that.
Mr. Ayers?
Yes.
Funny, funny. Cool, all right, we can do that. You guys probably want to make that into some sort of motion. Okay, not yet. Okay.
Yeah, just
I'm okay with that.
get
We're just
quotes
getting
and-
estimates right now. We're not pulling the trigger on it yet.
Yep. Thank you for your time.
Oh, thank
Do
you.
have
Will we
any-
meet again, or how will this go?
Yes, I'll have,
Actually, when all the,
yeah, when we get the quotes, we'll have to do it in a public meeting just like this. And can you notify her when you're going to bring the quotes back to us?
Okay, and then there'll be a public hearing, you said?
It'll be just like this, in public
Okay,
meeting,
okay.
yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Thank you all for taking care of it.
have a good one, Tina.
You too.
Thank you for coming. We have the 2027 holiday schedule clarification.
Sorry, Mr. President.
I was going to ask for order, but we're going to get the clarification done for the holiday schedule. That's okay?
Perfectly fine.
So go ahead.
I just needed to clarify, because we added the May election day, if we were also adding the November election day, because we didn't specifically state it in the motion.
Gentlemen?
What's your thoughts, Terry?
You did one, you might gotta do them both.
My initial was, I was thinking the November election, not the, but I said the primary day one when I was looking at it, but I meant the November one. That was on me for that. When I was pulling up it on my computer, I was looking and I was thinking the November election, but the date that was in front of me when I was pulling it up, it was the primary one.
So do you wish to change
But I'm
it?
also fine sticking with the federal guidelines and just doing whatever the federal guidelines is. It's always kind of been my stance, and I'm fine with that too. So if you guys are okay with doing the November one, not the primary one, that's fine. If you guys just want to go back to the federal guidelines, that's fine with me too. Either one's fine with me. Because if you add more onto it, then it kind of opens up a slippery slope of adding more and more stuff to me. So to me personally, I'm perfectly fine just sticking with the federal guidelines. I thought about it more afterwards. I had Susan ask me some questions, clarification. I got some more information about it, so.
What is the federal guideline?
The federal guideline is the federal holiday schedule. It's the one, which we do except for Columbus Day is switched for Fair Day. But everything else we follow, correct, Susan?
Do they have the election days off on the federal schedule?
No.
I don't believe so. Let me double check here.
And I'm okay with just doing the federal as well, especially on an off year, or the odd year, where it's just the cities and towns as opposed to the county. So, just my thought.
Let me just double check something here real quick.
If we're going to change it, though, we need to have a motion as such.
So these are the ones that are off. And the election ones are not, which irritates me that the federal government doesn't allow their employees off for that November election.
You wanna go back and take the election days
Yes.
off of,
Do you want me to clarify what the dates are then, Susan?
I think just if we're gonna do the election day or not.
Well, I think we should, if we do the federal one, they also have July 4th and July 5th off.
Yeah.
Christmas is the 24th, 25th off. And then January 1st and the 31st off. So just making sure those are off.
Right, but, so Christmas, 24th, 25th, but 25th.
Mhm. That was a question too that was brought up during the conversation that I've had since we had the meeting is, are we going to pay them for that Saturday off or not?
Well, that's why we
Or are we gonna do Thursday, Friday?
did.
Okay. And that's what I'm saying, if I say the federal holidays, this is what this is going off of versus what we've kind of done with, so.
What do they have for Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving, they have the 25th off that Thursday. That's it.
Yeah.
But we always have the Friday off too. That's why I said we probably need to clarify and go through and make sure it's all. Yeah, federal only has Thursday off, yeah.
So federal agencies are open on that Friday?
Yes.
Yep.
My wife worked many years on Friday. Many years. So I think we should publicly.
Go through each one of them, and yeah, I agree.
Down the list so that everybody, there's a lot of,
Yeah.
need some definite clarification.
Yes. You want me to do that?
That is part of a motion, probably, yes.
You have January 1st off, New Year's Day. January 18th, Martin Luther King Day. February 15th, President's Day. May 31st, Memorial Day. June 18th, is have it off. July 4th, have it off. Actually, that's a Sunday, so have July 5th off. Do we want to have that Monday off? July 5th off to have a long weekend. September 6th for Labor Day. And then instead of having Columbus Day, we have Fair Day, which I don't know what that date is.
October 1st.
Okay, October 1st instead of October 11th. Veterans Day, November 11th. November 25th for Thanksgiving Day, and November 26th for Thanksgiving too. And then December 24th. And then December 31st. Did I miss any?
Yeah, Good Friday,
Good Friday, yeah.
that's March 16th. No, I'm sorry, March 26th.
Okay, so Christmas.
It's on a Saturday.
The 23rd.
Is that what you guys want to do? I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so 23rd and 24th.
So then the New Year's, we've historically always just did January. I think you said
I did.
December 1st.
I was just going down on this, so,
Is New Year's Day a Saturday?
yes. Okay, then, you guys want, I'm fine not having that for, yeah.
Okay, wait, New Year's Day of 28 is a Saturday?
Yeah,
Okay, so then we would
does it?
have.
Oh, it's only 31st. If that's what we want to have that day off, do you guys want to have that day off for the employees? Terry?
As our New Year's holiday.
Yeah, that's fine. Yep, okay.
Oh, okay. Clear as mud now?
Yep.
And that's your motion, is that correct?
Correct.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second to accept the holiday schedule as presented. Any other questions, comments? Anyone from the audience? Hearing no one, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries 3-0. Okay. We have the Eastern Engineering contract.
Yeah, this was the one for the health department. And we currently have a contract with Eastern for some other departments. So BESA had reached out to Eastern Engineering, and he explained that the 3 we currently have are on a rental contract of 39 months that expires this September. He said due to price increases over the past 3 years, he would recommend that you keep them for at least another year by letting the contract roll over. The price on a new 36-month rental has doubled since we last acquired the 3 that we currently have. So he is suggesting to roll over our current contract for the 3 and keep the health department one separate. So if you are in agreement with that, then we need to motion to approve that.
Because you had looked into it originally to see if we should.
Fine with it. Make the motion.
Second it.
We have a motion and a second to accept the Eastern Engineering contract for the Health Department as presented. Are there any other questions, concerns? Andrew, you're okay with it?
I believe I've reviewed it, and I'm fine with it. You guys were just checking on that little.
Yep. Okay. Any other comments, questions? Hearing none. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried, 3-0. Yes. Ms. Dana, welcome.
Okay, so I just want to make sure, you just went to federal. We're not doing election days next year, is that correct? Correct. Okay, so I just want to put it out there. The law changed last year. Sorry, I have a cold. We will not be open for business other than election business. So I just want that on record. That will mess with court, public defender, prosecuting attorney, and probation. So anything filed with us will not go through that day. We will strictly be doing election business in my office. So I just want that on record. You're welcome.
Thank you. Mr. Bice? I believe so.
Well, good morning, Commissioners. My name is Colin Bice. I'm the President and CEO of the DeKalb County Economic Development Partnership. I guess for those that don't know, we are an independent nonprofit serving the entire county with our mission to improve quality of life through responsible growth of business and industry. Along with myself, Dave Fry back at the office, he leads our business retention and expansion work. And then along with our 14-member board, includes representation from the entire county, cities, towns. I know Commissioner Dooley's on our board as well. But what the county has, I guess the agreement before you is our fee-for-service contract for 2026. Just supports year-round work to retain and expand existing employers, recruit new investment, advance community development, provide planning assistance, represent DeKalb County regionally, and communicate economic development activity. But again, this is a working partnership, not a passive contribution. So I did want to make sure that's obviously documented, right? Not a passive contribution. But from measurables and activity value, I guess specifically we can talk the Brownfield grant. We did secure a $500,000 EPA Brownfield grant and have already put more than $160,000 to work in the county. And that's going to include environmental work at multiple sites, along with the sampling and analysis plan and the asbestos assessment at the county poor farm. But this funding is going to help communities understand risk, prepare properties for reuse, and move difficult sites towards redevelopment. But then also what we do, existing businesses, so we've already completed over 50 business visits this year. And those conversations are going to include, trying to uncover workforce, broadband infrastructure, training, permitting, and expansion needs. So our job is basically just to serve as the connector who brings the company, local government, utilities, schools, and/or state regional resources together. So actually, I can share one existing county employer in the non-incorporated area is currently considering a significant investment and expansion, but I can't disclose all those details right yet since the project remains active, but that is in the pipeline. And then obviously the attraction piece as well. So we've received over 60 project leads, submitted DeKalb County for 17 opportunities. And some of those leads, prospects, they're going to require buildings, acreage, square footage, power that's not currently available in our county. But when we do have a fit, we respond quickly, put the county's strongest case forward, which in case, last December, one pursuit produced a site visit. And although that project did select another location, it did show, how effectively our communities, utilities, partners all come together. So, and several of those submissions do remain active currently. So, I guess kind of some other key points. So our work is countywide. We serve employers inside municipalities and in unincorporated areas because jobs, payroll, supplier activity, housing demand, infrastructure, you name it, affect the entire county. So. We do recognize also agriculture, ag-related businesses as a major part of DeKalb County's economy and include those employers in our outreach. And then, countywide economic development, just requires a single point of contact that can coordinate across jurisdictional lines. And then in closing, economic development is more than sitting in an office and, waiting on a ribbon cutting. It's, visiting with companies, attending steering committees, writing support letters, meeting with developers, responding to leads, all the things. And while those results are not always immediately public, the activity is real and focused on the entire county. So I'm here today to respectfully ask for approval of the 2026 agreement and appreciate the county's continued partnership.
Gentlemen, you've heard the recommendation. Questions, concerns, or motion?
No? Yep. I think I got all my questions answered, so. You want the motion, or you want me to do it?
You go ahead and motion it.
I'll make the motion.
Is there a second?
Second, I'll second. For some more discussion.
To approve it?
Approve it, yeah. I guess some of the questions I get about what you do for us is, this is gonna sound really weird, is I get questions of why isn't it the commissioners doing what you do? Why isn't it our three of us out there doing exactly what you should be doing? What you're doing? Why are we hiring you to do that?
I mean, I would argue, I mean, it's, like I said, you know, it kind of requires that single point. I mean, it's a full-time gig. I mean, going out there and meeting with these companies, I mean, you're gonna run into no's, you're gonna run into yeses, but, you know, just trying to uncover, I know there was, you know, a business in our county that, you know, we meet with them and they're trying to do a planned expansion and there's a power line right in the middle of their parking lot, and for whatever reason, they are unable to get any developer to reach out to the utility partner, and just a simple conversation as far as us sitting in the room, they bring it up, hey, do you have a contact? Yes. I mean, we pair them up. So, I mean, there's little small wins like that people don't see, but again, obviously, you know, what's in the pipeline and what, you know, could be coming to the county, I mean, you know, just to surface all these leads and talk with all the utility partners, meet with all the developers to just try to attract, you know, new development in the county. I mean, it's a real thing. So, I mean, obviously, you know, I've been in this role. This is my first presentation to you guys, but as the new president and CEO last November. But no, it's exciting stuff. I mean, I'm still trying to put my own twist on things since obviously taking over for Anton last year. But no, I mean, just the pipeline and the activity that's just, you know, within the past 12 months is exciting. So.
Any more questions, comments?
Leave it at that. I kind of want to see, I think I'm going to probably be more involved with you this next year to see kind of what you do and everything, and make sure, because we are giving you, how much is it exactly again?
121,000 or something.
105.
So, I mean, 125, and yeah, it's a full-time job, you double our pay, and you're still saving the county money.
Should be 105, Andrew.
I think, I didn't think it was that for
Yeah.
some point. So it was just some questions I had. People kind of reached out to me and asked, it's kind of like the city planner versus the mayor conversations that people have. It's like, what, isn't the commissioner supposed to be the one advertising and getting voted on and going out there and talking to developers and stuff like that? So I'll probably be reaching out to you more in the next year, kind of see what you're doing, see if it's worth the 105, just to be honest, straight up forward with you. So, but I'm okay with it. Chris has got a question apparently.
No, I want to speak on behalf of economic development and as a whole a little bit too. It is nice to have these developers that are coming and looking for places to site projects are looking at a local economic development director or Lido wholly. They're rarely going to go to the elected official and try to make that point of contact. Typically what Colin's going to do is bring them to you if there's a lead that needs the expertise of the county commissioners, but local economic development directors and these organizations are very important to have in your back pocket for potential new development, whatever that is. You know, if I can't speak on this, but a potential project that we had that was going to be surrounding the airport or around the airport, the only reason they came and looked at DeKalb County was because of the work that his organization did. Now, granted, we didn't get the project, but we were top 5 in looking at a multi-million-dollar investment in DeKalb County. They probably would not have looked at DeKalb County because we wouldn't have been able to give them the information that they needed to make that decision if it wasn't for him and his team. Thank you.
No, thank you for that insight. I appreciate it.
I have to say, I was very skeptical when I first seen it come through, but after doing some checking and talking to people, I certainly understand that you do stuff that us three don't have time to do, so I appreciate what you do.
Appreciate it.
Don't get me wrong, I do appreciate what you do. I'm not knocking that. I'm just bringing up some of the concerns that I've been brought up to, so I just wanted to kind of bring that to you, so.
Thank you, guys.
Good.
Any other questions, gentlemen? Anyone from the audience? Hearing no one. We have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 3-0. Thank you, sir. Appreciate your time. Is there any other discussion item among the commissioners? Is there none?
I might have one thing here, hold on.
Okay.
There's a hard drive that we wanted to get for the time capsule. You want to speak on that, Andrew? You're the IT guy on this. The problem I was trying to find was a hard drive that could last 50 years. I mean, it's the truth.
It's just a different kind of, basically, drive that is supposed to last a lot longer. They're not all that expensive. I mean, the only other thing you could do is write to, I forget the exact type of disk, which is supposed to last that long. These should make it about that time, but in 50 years, we may not even be using that style of hard drive. Nothing you can ever tell, but if you want it to last, you just have to buy something that's gonna last a little longer. You guys throw a thumb drive in there, and it's gonna be done in 10 years probably. So it's pretty inexpensive, but you should be able to load a ton of pictures, a ton of different things just from every city and put in there as well, and the county.
The one that me and him kind of worked on was the Falcon Z 1 terabyte SLC cache SS drive, right? Or
They just last a little longer. I think they go for about $130.
$132. I'd like to buy 2 of them out of the Canon donation funds to get to them for redundancy backup. They're going to store each city municipal will give me a bunch of pictures. They're going to download the pictures, some budgets, some of that stuff. They put them on thumb drives, and I've talked, thumb drives probably will not last 50 years. I'm going to put them in there anyways, never know. But I would like to get 2 of these, download all that stuff onto each one as a redundancy, so that way in 50 years, maybe they'll survive in that time frame. So make the motion to buy 2 of them at the price of $132 each.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to buy the 2 thumb
I'll
drives.
send it to you. It's on Amazon, so she'll just order through Amazon.
Okay. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried 3-0. Anything else, gentlemen?
No.
Nope.
Anyone in the audience? Andrew, anything?
And when I'm flipping through, no, I don't think, no.
Jody? Susan? Okay. Hearing no other business to come before this board, at this time, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. We're adjourned.